Well, hello, good evening, and welcome. I hope you've all had a wonderful week. Let's spotlight the usuals and do that and that.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Good to see you all, and hope you've had a wonderful week. It's been an interesting week for us, on and off, and we got some exciting updates to bring into people when we go to the inner circle only. But tonight we wanted to talk about the Google Search Console and reasons why you want to get your sitemap in there. We've been doing some experiments lately on various sites, and there's one theory with a lot of SEO guys is leave Google alone, just let Google find you, that's it. But there's been a lot of algorithm updates recently from Google, and the thing I like to do with my sites is I build up one of the DFI themes out from scratch, from start, get up on a domain name, do your citations. We were talking about citations, get your social media links to and from your site, get some posts running out there and bits and pieces, and then submit your site to Google Search Console. All right. And we are in the middle for inner circle members only. But we tried to record it earlier today and we haven't had time to do the edit on the video. So over the weekend, we're going to have a video inside the members area, and I'll show you where that's going to be, guys. I will go in now and log into the platform. So share my screen. Here we go.
First of all, before you even get started that, Stephen, just to have the jingle on Friday, you changed the music on me, but it was still good music. but you know what? It's like that uplifting moment of the end of the week on the Friday call. That's what that's becoming. And it's nice to have that. It really is. It really is. I know that's effort to put that together.
Yeah.
And you're changing it every week, so it takes time to do that. But a really nice little thing to have everybody see that.
And I wanted to be a little bit different with the music, a little bit, some other uplifting music, but smiles on people's faces. And that's what this is about. It's about, the reason I got asked the other day actually about the timer. Why do you do a 2-minute timer? Well, the reason we do the 2-minute timer is occasionally the social media channels, we go out to the free channels and we give all this information out on the free channels. Occasionally the channels fail. That gives me that time to go and check that we are broadcasting out. If there's a problem, I can fix that issue. We had 1 week where it wasn't going out in the inner circle, which is really important. Right. That's a separate feed we do to keep it live the whole time. And I fix that very, very quickly. So that's why it's important for us to have that music at the start. And it's an uplifting moment. Hopefully it puts smiles on your face and everyone.
I'm just acknowledging the effort that you put in to take that and change it every week. It could be the same boring one every time, but you change it up every week. And I appreciate that. I think that's.
I've got a ton of royalty-free music now that I can. So each week when you turn up, it might be a different bit of music to throw you all off. But coming back to the members area, we've got this lovely tab called the DFI Elite Inner Circle. And once you're a member, we're going to be adding more and more content in here. I haven't had the chance to upload last week's live for you. It's been a manic week and I will get it added. We've got a thing on citations in here, a thing about your WordPress media library, backing up your website, physical pages of MPP, Magic Page plugin, a little bit of PBN training, how to clone your site, add your site. There is actually in here, add your site to the Google Search Console already, but we have done a new version. And the new version which we're going to put in here is going to include how to submit your Magic Page plugin sites to it as well. And I thought my phone was muted. So as we work down here, and there's a bit of information about find a domain name, and week 1's WordPress training is in here, but actually I've just moved them for those members that are interested, that in here now, week 1 and 2. I'm going to turn my phone off. Let's just do that now. See if I can. My family knows I'm on a live. It's great, isn't it? And they're still.
That's why they call.
Yeah, they always call when I'm live. Anyway, phone's turned off now. So we've got week 1 and week 2 training in under this tab, and there is a link which I will try to remember. I think it's dfimagicthemes.com/free training or DFY free training. I will confirm that in a bit when I nip over and check. And so week 1, week 2's in here. Same as if anybody who wants the free MPP training, just reach out to us, because there is a tab here. In this account, I haven't signed up yet, and we can click on it. It takes you over to the order page, and you put on this one, you put the coupon code in. On the other one, you don't need a coupon code, because we managed to get it to work on a different platform to zero it out. So so that's where that is, and so yeah, so we will be adding the updated version on how to get your Magic Page plugin pages into the Google Search Console. And that'll be when we finish the call tonight. I'm going to stay up a bit later, and I'm going to get the edit done of that video and try and get it in there tonight, because I'm out tomorrow with the family. Anyway, coming back to the reasons, if you don't submit it to the Google Search Console, it has a knock-on effect, right? And what the knock-on effect is, you want to get into Bing. And the great thing about Bing is Bing now talks to Google. So when you sign up with this Google Search Console and you get your site in there, it's all done, and then you go to Bing to set up a Bing My Business, Bing will say, have you got a Google account? And you'll go, yes, I have. And it'll get all the data from Google. Now, you don't want to jump straight to Bing straight away, right? To submit your site to the Google Search Console and leave it a little while, because on average, Bing will look at Google anyway and start adding you. Once you're added, it's much easier to go in and claim your domain name inside of Bing and set everything up. So the routine with this is: step 1, get your site built. Step 2, get your citations and your Facebook, your social media links backwards and forwards. Step 3, submit it to the Search Console only. All right, don't worry about Google My Business. Leave that well alone for a lot longer. And by doing those steps, Google will then love your site, and your site will then be found in Google. Then you can work on all the backlinks. Don't buy backlinks from Fiverr. You know, I know I've got a customer who bought 10,000 backlinks off of someone on Fiverr. Bye-bye site. He's had to buy a new domain name. So it's really important just to take your time, and go for domain names with keywords in. Don't do location in your domain name, because you can always do a subdomain for that, or you can add the location on your pages. But more so, go for a keyword domain name if you can get it. A lot of people use their initials, dash, and the keyword as well. That's another idea you can do.
So the first one that's going to point out the fact that we put a location and domain name is going to be the first person that watches the video that we recorded. And what I'm doing with that site is testing the
your
domain
location
name,
with it, yeah,
the location with the exact match keyword, and see what happens. In addition to that, what I'm going to test to do on that site is a sample testing of, Ray's going to hate me, but we're going to test a magic ranker with a brand new site, and then hit it with the magic ranker without doing anything else, and see what happens. So we put it in Search Console today. We built the site today, just before the call, and added location. So the sitemap already showed 69 pages showing. I mean, instantly, as soon as it was submitted to the Google Search Console. And in a couple of days, we'll hit it with the ranker, the DFY magic ranker that everybody knows about. And we'll see what happens at that point, because we always want to build correct. We want to build that great foundation of build the site right, build the foundation, build the citations, do all the social media. And I think what's going to happen, my goal is to see if the magic ranker will replace the normal build of all the social media. And then we can do citations afterward, depending on how it looks.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And the cool thing about setting this all up, right, guys, is you follow the steps slowly, And I mean, I said not necessarily a location in your domain name. There's no harm in doing that. Robert's test is going to be great to find out in a week's time where we're at with that, and we'll report back to everyone where that domain name is, how it's doing. The reason I go for more like, SB Roofers, for an example, right, .com. If I went with that, it means that I can hit sub areas on that same domain name, further out areas. And like in the case of, let's just say we were going to go with Bristol Plumbers, unless I could get bristolplumbers.com, that's great. But then if you want to use Bristol Plumbers in Weston-super-Mare, would someone go to Bristol Plumbers based on another location further away? I don't know. But if you had SB Plumbers and then you're able to do like /Bristol, or you could do Bristol.SB Plumbers, that there will work just as well with your site. But if you're thinking to yourself, you know what, I'm only hitting this area, I'm only hitting Bristol or London, and and I'm going to do a main site for London, for an example, then if you get London Plumbers, great, go with it.
I'm just super curious about two things. One, how the Magic Ranker is going to respond to a brand new domain, and two, having the local locations in the URL, because everybody's going back and forth with that. Everybody's teaching put the location in the URL, and then the next guy's saying don't. So we're going to put it in the URL with the exact match keywords. It's very simplistic. It's House Painters Wellington, right? Yeah. And that's actually the URL, housepainterswellington.com. So once it gets hit with the ranker, we'll see what it does. If it's a mute point and doesn't matter, then we'll tell you. If it works and it just flies to page 1 because of the ranker, then we'll know the ranker is working, as well as the catch of putting the, like Steven said, and he's absolutely right. If you know the site is only going to stay in that small radius, like we were talking last week about the chiropractors, and we're not trying to build a national site for Wellington painters. We're only trying to do the local area, and we're going to see how that works. And then the next time we'll check the other way, not put the location, because the downfall of the location in the URL, I believe, the last I heard, was if you have the location in an actual URL twice, anything more than that, then you get hit, red flagged by Google because of the I don't know, it's like spamming the location in the
it's spamming keywords.
URL. Yeah.
It's like going with sbplumbers.com /plumbers/location or Bristol, or another example, bristolplumbers.com /plumbers/London. That's going to mention Plumbers and London twice, and that's where you got to be a bit careful in what you're doing. So that's, you're dead on there, Robert, with that. Absolutely, you've got to be careful.
So that means that you don't want your URL to say Wellington, Wellington, Wellington. You can get away with twice, as long as it's keyword rich. But that's all you can get away with, and then you're going to get flagged. And Bob, this is what we're talking about here: is a brand new domain, brand new DFI Magic Teams website, and then we're going to hit that with the Magic Ranker and see what happens.
And it's going to be good to see that from a brand new domain name point of view, because certain areas like Wellington's quite a big city, so you're looking at a very sort of tough area sometimes on some keywords. So it's super exciting. We're going to share with you with the Inner Circle members in a moment another secret with Magic Page plugin that they may not be aware of on doing the URLs and stuff. And have you still got your site open, Robert?
I believe I do.
Don't share yet, because I'm going to go and find my 30-second switch video, as I call it, and I'm going to go and find that now, because we're going to say good night to everybody on the free
Well,
channels.
whoever's not in the inner circle, it's highly recommended that you get in there.
Absolutely. dfimagicthemes.com/live for you. I'm going to press play, and I'm going to go and find the bit where I can actually switch off the freebie channels. In fact, I better have the window open ready to do that, because otherwise. And just to say, guys, if you're interested in the DFI Magic Ranker, you can head over to dfimagicthemes.com/DFY boot, BOOT, and register your interest, because we'll make an announcement nearer the time for a special deal for people to get in on that. It's not far away. We're getting very, very close to launching it. We got a few tweaks to do at the moment, and we'll be there. So good night to all the free groups, and we will see you again next week. Inner Circle, guys. If you're watching in a free group and you're an Inner Circle member, go to the Inner Circle Facebook group or coming on the Zoom call. The link's in the Inner Circle Facebook group. And we are going to play this bit of music while I switch off all the free channels and go from there.